They didn't even realize it yet, but they were holding a miracle in their hands. Crumbs on their palms, fish bones on their plates, bellies full of what should have never been enough. And the little boy? Yeah, he was just watching, grinning, clutching that empty basket like it was the best day of his life. It wasn't the food that made it special. It was the feeling that somehow, today, he mattered. They came hungry, they left whole, and nobody saw it coming. Not even the disciples, not even Jesus' closest friends. Because this day, it didn't start like a miracle. Because you've got to feel the weight of what came before the bread. He had just lost John, the voice in the wilderness, the baptizer, his cousin, beheaded brutally for speaking the truth. Jesus didn't speak much. Grief is like that, heavy, quiet. He just got in the boat and they followed. They didn't ask questions. They just knew. He needed space. When Jesus heard what had happened, he withdrew by boat privately to a solitary place. Matthew 14:13. The waves were calm, the breeze soft, the sun just beginning to warm the day. It could have been a quiet moment to breathe. But then, eyes spotted them. They saw where he was headed. And something in them said, "Go." Not because they needed food, yet, but because they were starving for something deeper. Healing, hope, wholeness, something only he could give. He looked at them, and something in his chest broke open wide. Compassion, the kind that runs deeper than pain. He walks into the crowd, reaching hands, healing the blind, touching the sick. His grief didn't disappear, but somehow love made space for it. He saw their pain and moved anyway. He had compassion on them and healed their sick. Matthew 14:14.
We should probably send them away. I mean, it's getting late and there's no food.
You give them something to eat.
The disciples freeze, blink, laugh nervously.
With what? Half a denarii, bread for 5,000.
They didn't say it, but you could hear the panic in their silence. We don't have enough. Then, out of nowhere, this kid shows up, not with a solution, but with a seed. 5 barley loaves, 2 fish, not enough for a crowd, but more than enough for faith. Here is a boy with 5 small barley loaves and 2 small fish. John 6:9. Jesus kneels, takes the offering in his hands, smiles like he's already seen the ending. That kid didn't know what would happen. He just knew it was worth giving. Jesus looked up to the sky, the same sky John had looked at from prison. He gave thanks, not for what he had, but for what it was about to become. He breaks the bread, passes it to a disciple, and again and again. That's the thing about heaven's economy. It doesn't work like ours. It doesn't start with plenty. It starts with trust. And just like that, the miracle wasn't flashy. It was fish passed from hand to hand. It was warm bread shared between strangers. Children running with crumbs on their faces. Old women leaning back, full and smiling. They came for healing. They found home. 12 baskets, 1 for each disciple, like a lesson with leftovers. They thought it wasn't enough. But now, their arms were heavy with proof. They all ate and were satisfied, and the disciples picked up 12 basketfuls of broken pieces. Matthew 14:20. The real miracle wasn't the multiplying, it was the offering. The boy who gave, the teacher who blessed, the crowd who trusted, and the God who didn't let it run out. If you have enjoyed this video and you want to watch more amazing Bible stories, feel free to click on the story shown to you on the screen now. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to be amongst the first to watch the next Bible story. And once again, stay blessed.